I have always been fascinated by the Viking era, with its tales of brave warriors and epic battles. Little did I know that one fateful night would lead me down a path I never imagined. It was the year 987, I was a young man, barely 20 years old, and I was part of a Viking clan that was feared and respected by all. My father was the chief of our clan, and he had trained me in the art of war and battle. I was proud to be a Viking, and I was ready to prove my worth to my father and my clan. Our clan was known for its raids on neighboring villages and for our unmatched strength and ferocity in battle. We were the rulers of the seas, and we took what we wanted without mercy. But little did I know that our next raid would change my life forever. We had set sail under the light of a full moon, a sign of good luck, or so we believed. Our destination was a small village along the coast, rumored to have vast treasures and wealth. As we approached the village, we could hear the screams and cries of the villagers, a sound that only fueled our excitement for what was to come. We stormed the village with swords drawn and shields at the ready. Our ferocity was unmatched, and the villagers stood no chance against us. Before long, the village was ours, and we began to loot and pillage. But something drew my attention away from the riches in front of me, a woman, standing in the shadows of a nearby hut. She was the most beautiful woman I had ever seen, with piercing blue eyes and long golden hair. I was drawn to her, and I couldn't explain why. I approached her, and she looked at me with a strange smile on her face. I was captivated by her, and I couldn't resist her charms. Before I knew it, she had bitten my neck, and I felt a surge of terror and pleasure like never before. I tried to push her away, but it was as if she had a hold on me that I couldn't break. As she drank my blood, I felt my strength draining, and I gasped for air. The beautiful woman suddenly vanished, leaving me bewildered and weak. My fellow Vikings found me lying on the ground, barely conscious. They thought it was a result of my battle wounds, and they carried me back to our ship. That night, I woke up screaming in pain, my body burning with a heat that was unbearable. My father looked at me with worry in his eyes, but he soon realized that something had taken over me. As the days went by, my body changed. I was no longer the strong Viking warrior that I once was. My senses were heightened, and my thirst for blood was insatiable. My father feared for my life and the safety of our clan. He banished me from our village, afraid of what I had become. I was alone, isolated from the only life I had ever known. I wandered the land, unable to find any answers. The villagers and other clans saw me as a monster, and they would chase me away with pitchforks and torches. I was feared and hated by all, but as I roamed the land, I discovered that I was no longer human. I had become the first vampire, the undead, cursed to walk the earth for eternity, feeding on the blood of the living. I was filled with rage and resentment towards the woman who had turned me into this creature of the night. I wanted revenge, and I was determined to find her and make her pay for what she had done to me. Years went by, and I honed my skills as a vampire, learning to control my urges and adapting to my new life. I was feared by all, and my name spread like wildfire. I became a legend, a creature of the unknown, and many feared crossing paths with me. Finally, one night, I found her. She was living in a secluded castle, surrounded by her loyal followers. I waited for the perfect moment to strike, and when it came, I did not hesitate. I entered her castle, and with the strength and speed of a vampire, I attacked her. She begged for mercy, but I showed her none. I drank her blood, savoring every drop, and as she took her last breath, I felt a sense of satisfaction and relief. But my quest for revenge did not end there. I continued to hunt and feed on the villagers, taking pleasure in their terror and suffering. I had become a monster, and I relished in it. Centuries went by, and the world changed. The Viking era was long gone, and I was now living in a modern world that I didn't understand. But I didn't care, for I was a creature of the night, immune to time and death. As I reflect on my past, I can't help but wonder if I made the right choice. After all, I was once a proud Viking warrior, and now I am nothing but a bloodthirsty monster. But it is too late for regrets, for I am the first vampire, cursed to walk this earth for eternity.